Yo, what is up guys, Crunch here, and I'm your coach of the St. Louis Moltres. Sorry for if I sound coarse throughout this video. This is the third time I'm recording it, but yeah, let's get straight into it. So this is my week 8 battle for the BDL. Arneezy had an extremely balanced team in my opinion, but his core was extremely strong with Aegislash, Hydreigon, and Tapu Lele, alongside threats like Scarlet and Rillaboom. And of course, Glimmora being the Toxic Debris and Toxic Spikes was a very good, overall very balanced team. But his speed tiers meant that I could also not have to bump up my speed as much, or I didn't have to Choice Scarf as many mons, I'll say. As you can see later on the battle, my Gallade and my Salamence set were both setup sets. That meant that basically if I was able to ever set up with my Salamence or my Gallade, I just won the game. Even if Aegislash had Shadow Sneak, I still believe I would have won the game. Fortunately, it doesn't work out that way like I wanted to get the 6-0, but you know, we still end up doing very well this game. Here, he goes into Glimmora all day just to set up Stealth Rocks or just to see what I'll do. I go into Salamence because I believe that I outspeed anything. No, I know for a fact I outspeed anything on his team unless something is scarfed. We see that Glimmora is Air Balloon here, and that means I can't knock it out with an Earthquake, unfortunately. But that means I have a shot because I had Iron Head for the Tapu Lele. I have a shot to knock it out, I think, because I was Life Orb. Unfortunately for me, I don't knock it out. So he gets up Toxic Debris and his Air Balloon gets popped, and he goes ahead and knocks me out with Power Gem. Here I go into Roserade, get rid of the Toxic Spikes, and I kill the Glimmora with any one hit. Now here I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna switch out, so I'm just gonna go for Spikes because it's free Spikes. If he stays in and he stays on Stealth Rocks, it's a problem. Because I think the only Florges had defog this week, but he dies regardless. Like if he just stays in, he dies. He loses any chance of ever getting up Toxic Spikes. Now for me, I get Spikes up, so no matter what, he's not getting Spikes up again. But he wants to save it. You know, it is what it is. It's fine. Now here I have a choice. I either switch out into something else or I go for the Shadow Ball. I go for Shadow Ball thinking that I might be able to kill it, so I stay in and I just go for the Shadow Ball. Because I really don't want anything taking a hit from the Scarlet with Bitter Blade or a Ghost type move. So I stay in. Unfortunately for me, Scarlet is Choice Scarfed, so I just end up dying. But him being locked into Bitter Blade means that I can go into Gallade and I don't have to worry about a Ghost type move, which will automatically kill my Gallade. Even if he's Adamant, he doesn't kill me with the Bitter Blade. So here I have a choice. I either knock it out or I can set up. I set up because if I get up an Agility, that means I sweep the rest of his team. Obviously disregarding the Aegislash, but I just set up here. I go for game. Unfortunately for me, the Bitter Blade does a little bit more damage than I like, and I just go for the Agility, and I knock out the Scarlet with the Earthquake, and Aegislash comes in, and he knocks me out with the Shadow Sneak. Now here, I wish I had brought Shadow Sneak, because I think Shadow Sneak still would have done massive damage, but fortunately for me, I just get knocked out, and there goes my 2 setup mons. So now I'm down 3-5, and it looks bad for me, but it's really not all that bad because Glimmora comes in, he dies to the Spikes. Tapu Lele can be dealt with by Gholdengo, Hydreigon can be dealt with by Gholdengo, Quaquaval can be dealt with by the Florges, and Aegislash can be dealt with by the Escavalier, as well as Tapu Lele can also be dealt with by the Escavalier, but that's besides the point. Here, the good thing for me is that Escavalier never outspeeds the Aegislash, which means that no matter what hit that the Aegislash hits me with, it has to be in sword form, which is really good for me because that means I can go for a knockoff and I kill regardless, whether I'm at -1, -3, whatever. Maybe not -3, but you get what I'm saying. So here he goes for the King's Shield just to scout out what I'll do. Knockoff is my play here all day long. If I go for the Iron Head and he goes into something else, it's not good for me really. And getting a knockoff on a potentially choice Specs Tapu Lele or potentially Life Orb Hydreigon is very good for me. So I just go for the knockoff. He goes for King's Shield, he switches out here. And Glimmora comes in, he sacks up the Glimmora, whatever, it is what it is. It's fine, I don't get the knockoff off. He goes into Quaquaval here. Now Quaquaval kills me with a close combat, I believe. And I wanted to save Escavalier for the Tapu Lele in case the Gholdengo ever goes down. So I just go straight into the Florges here. He goes for a bulk up instead of going for an attack, which it's not bad for me. It's not really that great for me either, but he goes for an Aqua Step here. Nothing at +1 kills me, and I just go ahead and knock it out with the Moonblast. So Quaquaval goes down without being a threat to my 2 Steel types that are left in the game. Although unfortunately for me, Florges is now at 50%. Aegislash comes in here, and I don't want my Florges to go down, and I have nothing to hit the Aegislash with either besides Boom Blast. So I just go back straight into Escavalier. Aegislash goes for Sword Stance, which is a problem, but Escavalier lives everything at full health. So he goes for Shadow Sneak here, switches into Blade form, which secures the fact that I get to kill the Aegislash. So now the game is more even. He goes into a Hydreigon here. My play is to always just sack off the Escavalier to get enough free switch into Gholdengo and kill the Hydreigon with a Dazzling Gleam. For some reason, he chooses not to kill me initially, so I go for a X-Scissor and he goes for a Nasty Plot. Now, regardless of whether Escavalier did that much damage or not, I should have gone into Gholdengo to save the Escavalier for the Tapu Lele, but because the Escavalier was already at 30% health, even with the Assault Vest, it wouldn't have mattered that much, so I just let the Escavalier go down anyway. I guess I could have gone into Florges and then maybe tried to knock it out, but I don't think it really mattered that much. So here I just go for a Shadow Ball and knock it out because everything kills at 2% health. And if Tapu Lele comes in, it's a very strong hit. Now he goes into Tapu Lele here. Now I don't really remember why or I switch out here, because a Shadow Ball still does crazy damage. I think I wanted to go for a Make It Rain, but I switch out into the Florges. My play all day is to just click a Shadow Ball there, because nothing that Tapu Lele can go for can kill my Gholdengo. But I go into Florges here to change my Choice Scarf move. He goes for Calm Mind though, which is a big problem. My play all day was to stay in with Gholdengo and Shadow Ball, but I don't. Even at +1 though, I still think I do 50% at least, I think. So I should have stayed in, but you know, I didn't, and he gets up to +2 because I switched back out into Gholdengo. He gets up to +2. Now here I'm forced to go for a Shadow Ball because a Make It Rain doesn't kill, and at -2 I don't kill, and he just kills me. So here I'm forced to go for Shadow Ball, then go back into Florges sack, and then go back into Gholdengo. Luckily for me, Arneezy does not go for another Calm Mind. If he goes for another Calm Mind, then a Shadow Ball will get me or get the Tapu Lele down to around 20-ish%, but then he'll be able to knock me out from full with the Psychic, especially in the Psychic terrain. That doesn't happen though. He goes for Psychic. I switch into, I think at this point in the game, he assumed that I had just lost, but I switch back into Florges. He kills the Florges, and then I go back into Gholdengo, and luckily I'm able to secure the game with Make It Rain because the Tapu Lele takes a special defense drop earlier on when I had taken the Psychic. But yeah, we end up winning the game with a +1 differential. Extremely close game to Arneezy. Definitely not the cleanest game from my end. I made a lot of over predictions, or not even over predictions, just dumb plays. But all's well that ends well, I guess. We're gonna move up to 6-2 on the season. My week 9 battle is going to be played soon, and that should be going up sometime this week. I don't know when, but other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I will see you guys for the next one, and hopefully that means we'll be able to secure our spot for playoffs. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.